It'd take more than that to scare us off. Believe me, country boy.
Yes, I remember her. Snitch.
But you couldn't take me for what I was. So now you've climbed your ladder to the top, Chief. And I'm still scratching for it on the street.
Take the rooftops. Move out!
And PJ, why don't you clean up your jail before you try to clean up the city?
Oh, wait!
End of the road. Come on, get
What?
Now we're really gonna have some fun. Call the police!
Police? A man's been shot, murdered. At the Savoy Hotel. Yeah, hurry.
Up the stairs, 209, end of the hallway. Right.
Nothing. Gunpowder. A lot of holes in the walls and ceiling.
And nobody. Maybe somebody's idea of a joke.
Yeah, maybe. What do you say, officer?
Well, sir, the detectives are on their way anyway. Possible somebody could have been shot and moved. I'd say we give the room an overhaul just to be safe.
We'll do that.
Things looking up a little, Chief.
Well, they're acting like pros, so I would say yes, things are looking up.
How about we get back on the street, huh?
No, you go on back, Uno. I'll stay here and look after our detectives and catch you right back with them, okay?
You're the boss. Be on your toes, fellas. The chief's in there waiting to see if you're real detectives or not.
So he wants a big chair and he's turned the apartment upside down.
But only for the better.
Whoever shut the place up went out the window because the door was blocked with the chair.
Sergeant Crowley. Yes, sir. Yeah, sure, I remember. Let's see.
Anybody around here know how to spell mesmerize?
Mesmerized? What kind of word is that for a police report?
Joe, I just asked you if you could spell it.
P.
Well, it just seems to be the latest thing around here, Pep. You know, analyze, realize, pink eyes.
Well, why don't we harmonize, Peter?
Let's.
Let's not. Thanks anyway, I'll look it up.
Well, we can ask Crawley. I mean, he's the new expert around here on
Are you
mesmerized.
kidding? It's his report I'm doing over. When are you going to learn how to spell?
Well, and blow my chances of making a lieutenant. Hey, listen, you remember a guy named P.J. Johnson?
Sure, I'll always remember the good-looking ones. Robbery, right? Until he pulled the pin about a year ago.
Yeah, well, he took a job as a chief up in San Robles. Captain just called. Looks like we're going to be helping him out.
In San Robles? Doing what?
Among other things, I guess I'm asking you guys to keep me from pushing up daisies. Take a look over here. It was dynamite attached to the metal frame with a magnet right here and fused with a delayed mercury switch.
PJ, that had to have been put on the car after you went into the hotel.
Right, and whoever did it thought I'd be in the car when it detonated.
But how did it get there? You say there were people all around?
Pepper, I have no idea.
Who'd want to off you?
Who knows? You know, a new police chief down around here doesn't make a lot of friends, particularly when the guy preceding him goes out under a cloud.
Oh?
Went on the city council, they made an investigation, they found nothing, but there was a lot of smoke.
I see. So he was fired and you bought yourself a bucket of snakes.
Right, and I have been chopping heads off since I've been sworn in.
Has that chopping been on the inside or the outside?
Inside first. I started with the vice squad. Now, the old-timers either put a uniform on or they took a walk. We got a great new crew. They're young, but they're green.
From what I've been reading in the papers, they're not doing too bad.
Listen, we're putting the pressure on. This town's never seen so many hustlers and pushers and gamblers go to jail.
And that puts the pressure on the pocketbook, huh?
That's right. Judy Lawson. I think he's behind the bombing, and I know he controls the rackets in San Romo. My vice people don't have the expertise to get into a guy like him. But listen, we nailed Judy, and I got myself a clean town.
Not to mention breathing again.
Have you decided how we're going to operate?
You guys are the experts. Tell me what you need.
Bill?
Okay, I see it in two ways. One, an out-front investigation on the bombing. The other undercover.
Sounds good to me.
PJ, one thing, nobody knows who's under, okay?
Who'll it be? Or does that include me?
A couple of ladies we both know.
One of them is Pepper, right?
Figures.
Who's the other one?
You remember the Black Widow, PJ?
Yes, I remember her. Snitch. Why her?
I thought you wanted me to run the store.
She'll do fine.
Good.
And then we just try to draw attention to ourselves and have everybody thinking that we're just freelancing here in San Robles.
That shouldn't be too hard for you.
Oh, we should talk. And then,
And we just see where it takes us.
oh, it's your money, honey.
It's the city of San Robles, so you might as well enjoy it.
You betcha I am.
things.
Good evening, ladies.
How's about a couple of country boys buying you all a drink, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you thirsty?
Yeah, I'd say that'd be right neighborly, baby.
Right, neighbor. Right. Lois?
How about ours?
What if they get some action going?
Well, why don't we just wait and see what it might be?
Oh, Batson, just exactly what did the witness see?
Well, he was a wino, so I'll try to quote him. He crawled down the fire escape of the hotel, crossed the street, got into a car with a hole in the roof.
A sunroof, yeah. Did he say what color the car was?
Dark.
Did he get a license number?
Just the first part, 143.
Okay. Thank you, Batson. It's a start.
Now, that was no country boy story.
You'd be surprised what it felt like to pick up in the backwoods.
Is it catching?
You want to see his rash?
Hey, now, Skeeter, old boy, you don't want to go and scare these pretty young things off.
It would take more than that to scare us off. Believe me, country boy.
Oh, better look at that. Man, oh man, we sure did drop a repair tonight.
Yeah, and expensive, too. I'll bet you that.
Hey, a little discretion, huh?
Well, let's just say if you can't afford it, don't touch it.
That's right, fellas.
Well, about the best shape we're in tonight is to buy a couple of rounds. But maybe you gals would entertain the idea of seeing us a little credit.
If you're looking for credit, go to the bank.
What is this, the point after or the credit union?
Thanks for the drink, fellas. Nothing personal, but we gotta go to other hunting ground.
Oh, we're just having a little fun here.
Oh, well, you look us up when the crowd comes in. Sugar pie.
We'll sure do that, Critter Cake.
Duty.
No.
There it is. Let's stop for a cup of coffee and then get on home.
Yeah, okay.
What I need is a good night.
Okay,
ladies, out of the car.
Oh, great.
Come on, get on. Now we're really gonna have some fun, sugar. Police. I think you might like to take a little ride with me, huh? Let's go.
Morning. I'd like to meet Sergeant Bill Crowley. Tom Andes, our city manager.
Strandish?
Oh, yes, Sergeant Crowley. Say, we appreciate the help you're giving us. I've asked the council to send a letter to your chief. Very good of him to lend the assistance.
We're glad to help, sir.
Well, I don't have to tell you, we want the filth in this town cleaned up once and for all. And fast. PJ has my full support. So if there's anything I can do, anything.
Well, with an attitude like that, how can you fail?
Well, Sergeant, nice meeting you.
Strandish?
Best of luck to both of you.
Tom. I don't think you had to be quite that cautious, Bill, because Tom Andes is the guy who influenced the city council to hire me in the first place.
Well, we better keep a closed hand anyway. Especially about the girls.
We should probably clue our vice squad in. I don't know how to tell you this, but the girls have been my guests since 10 o'clock last night.
Our two wayward sisters.
Hello.
Oh, what is it, girls? We're beginning to like this life of fun and game and crime and evil, huh?
You guys had better cool it. I'm okay. I've been here before, but the lady behind me is on fire.
Well, everything's all set so we can split. And this is going to give Mother Crawley another attack, you know.
Where is our mother?
Hi, Pep. What did I tell you?
Yeah?
Honey, listen, I'm sorry about the arrest. I don't want you to worry about it. PJ and
Oh,
I...
think nothing of it. Listen, a girl's got to spend the night somewhere. And PJ, why don't you clean up your jail before you try to clean up the city? You know how much I hate to go to jail. And incidentally, why don't you have your vice squad brush up on what makes a prostitution arrest and what doesn't?
I read the reports.
Illegal arrest.
Yes.
Right.
Listen, honey, look at the bright side. I think I'm happy you made a couple of vice cops.
You know I hate to go to jail.
I know you do, kid. Yeah.
Pepper, it's like Bill said. I'm sorry. The next time we'll be all cleaned up.
Pass. No next time. Not for me, not for Linda.
Where is Linda?
Oh, she's just finishing up, scraping off the grime. You may go in. She's decent.
Pep, listen, I got something I want you to work on tonight, kid.
I'm working on nothing until that chief gets his vice squad their homework. I am still itching from all the bugs, all over.
How you doing?
PJ. Pepper told me it was you we were working for last night. Congratulations, Chief. I'm glad you finally made it.
Are you really?
It's what you've always wanted, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Linda, I really appreciate what you're doing. I want you to know that.
Yeah, PJ. Well, I don't appreciate. Just here for the bucks, just like always.
You haven't changed a bit, have you?
That's it, babe.
We had a sweet thing going at one time.
But you couldn't take me for what I was. So now you've climbed your ladder to the top, Chief, and I'm still scratching for it on the street. So let's leave it just like that, okay?
We'll leave it just like that. Let's go, Bill. Hey, Pep, I will send my vice squad to the other side of town, okay?
Fine.
Thanks for the drink. Don't be so crabby.
But don't just stand there. Invite the ladies in.
Here come the judge.
Starting to get somewhere.
Well, it is.
Hello.
Man I work for would like to have a little chat with in his office.
Oh, well, thank you, but we're comfortable here.
But he's not too concerned about your comfort.
He's not very much of a gentleman, is he?
Prefers his privacy. Let's not keep him waiting, shall we?
I think maybe the man has a good argument.
I think maybe you're right. You lead, we'll follow. You always send apes with iron to run your errands?
Welcome, ladies. I thank you for coming. Let me fix you a drink. Champagne? Am I right?
Champagne.
That's very nice of you.
I understand you had a run-in with the law last night.
Oh, you get around, don't you?
Unfortunate, but of course that's what happens when two newcomers try to work on their own.
Are you suggesting that there's a way to stay out of jail?
Well, let's put it this way. Nobody works in San Robles without my permission.
Protection is one of the fringe benefits.
Protection is one of the fringe benefits.
Well, that certainly could be attractive.
It's the only game in town. You work for me, or you don't work.
That's simple enough.
Well, when do we start, boss?
Tonight. Larry will take you. Help the customers spend their money. Then just move right ahead with the first thing that looks good to you.
Mr. I don't even know your name. You make it sound so easy.
Just call me Hootie. It is easy, as long as you don't get greedy.
Judy.
Boss.
Well, new recruits, huh? Looks like the profits are gonna go up, up, up. That's kind of thin, Hootie.
That's the way it is. My take goes down, your percentage goes down also. It's that new chief and his vice squad. They're making it thin.
Well, I'm working on it. It's not so easy since our new chief transferred me off vice.
Yeah, well, you know what I think, Whelan. Maybe you're not working hard enough. Our deal reads, I take care of the operation, and you keep the man out of my hair.
Sure. I've just run into a couple of problems. Like Johnson didn't work out exactly the way I expected.
You mean he's not as dumb as you guessed he might be?
Well, you stupid.
Sorry about that.
Lydia's all you have to do is mingle with the crowd and look pretty. And I'll get you some chips so you can play.
There you have it, gentlemen. Every explosive supplier has been checked and every customer run down for the last 6 months.
Well, I'm impressed you guys have been working so hard.
Yeah, we're not finished yet.
And one of the customers turns out to be the city of San Roble.
Well, the sanitation department uses dynamite at the city dump.
Right. And every delivery made to the dump site matches the use inventory.
But the city warehouse received 6 cases at the beginning of the month, and the city dump received 5.
That doesn't make sense, because only city employees have access to the warehouse.
Well, it's just like you said, Joe. You guys aren't done yet.
Right. All I need is a list from PJ. Everybody who has access to the warehouse. And we'll start running it down in the morning.
Why don't you start running it down tonight?
Bill, whatever happened to a good night's sleep?
May I tell you guys something? Do you know that Harry S. Truman got by on 5 hours sleep a night? 5 hours?
Yeah, Bill. But he was president, not a cop.
Come on, boy.
7, a loser 7.
Hi.
Hi. We have a new shooter coming out.
How you doing?
Not so high.
Want to change your luck?
What would you like me to throw?
A 7 would be wonderful.
7. Okay. The gentleman wants a 7. Lady wants a 7. Come on, 7.
7.
Oh, hey. I don't believe it. Dad's starting to smoke already.
2 angels from heaven, and they're both for me.
Don't you worry, honey. You just keep playing and we'll both watch over it.
Oh, I just hope so.
You want me to show another 7?
That would be nice.
Here comes another 7. Come on, 7.
Do it. Do it.
8 easy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not bad.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, I feel awful lucky.
Well, let me back it up then.
Hard 8 for me.
Listen to the lady, honey.
Okay, I'm listening.
Baby needs shoes.
5. Don't feel 5.
I'm coming.
Okay.
8's the point 8.
Come on, Pam. Give him a little luck.
Do what you
There
can.
you go, honey. All right.
Eight's the winner!
Okay, everybody stay right where you are, please.
Believe it. Let's get out of here.
We're hot. House, look. What?
Let's get out of here.
Where we going? Get up against the wall. Catch that back door.
Come on, guys. Come on. What's going on?
Well, you could call it a little bit of a surprise party.
Yeah, we were on a hot streak.
Yeah, we didn't even get to the cake. I'm Frosty, and this is Pam. What's your name?
Kurt Thomas.
Okay, Kurt. How'd you like to go to our place?
With both of you?
You got something better in the trunk?
Take it easy, Pam. Don't hurt him.
Comfy?
Sure want to thank you two for helping me out of there.
Oh, the nice is yet to come, big boy.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. We're going to take real sweet care of you.
I certainly hope so.
You just wait and see.
Hang on, partner.
Take a nap, Ruby Day.
Right on the cowboy.
Okay, here we go. Few more steps. Almost there.
Let's have a drink.
Okay,
You're going to have a lot more than a drink, honey.
Isn't this pretty?
Yes.
Feel good? Just relax. There you go. You put your feet up.
Here you go, big boy. Oh, you are so strong. So vibrant.
I work out a lot.
Oh, I bet you jog.
Right. It's a 45 automatic. We left it in his car. You check it out, and we'll see what we can get from him here. Gotcha.
Hey, you two fellas seem to be in a big hurry.
Got our first real break. Ballistics told the story.
Really? How?
The guy who shot up the hotel room? We got the gun. We'll have the guy in an hour.
Terrific. That's really terrific.
Sleeping like a baby.
Oh? Give you a bad time?
No.
Hey, Linda. What'd you get out of it?
He bragged about being paid $500 for a joke. Talked about shooting up an empty hotel room.
Who paid him?
Well, that's about the time the sauce got to him. Who is he?
He's some punk named Thomas. We've got enough to bust him right now. We take him to jail and find out who he really is. Let's take him in. Here we go.
Hey, come on, buddy.
Right, huh?
Go.
Come on.
Wake up.
Hey, here we go. Go take a little ride.
Oh, well, that's nice. Right. Here you go, Mike.
Oh.
Hang on there, Pat.
Okay.
Linda, this is the best break I've had, and for whatever it's worth, I want to thank you.
That's what you're paying me for, Chief.
Watch it.
Come
on.
Oh, now we just got a little way to go.
Well, his head's gonna be so bad, he'll talk just to get us off of his back.
I wouldn't want to have his head in the way. He's on the roof.
Take the roof, cops. Move out!
He's dead.
PJ,
The sniper.
that was meant for you, wasn't it?
So, the only guy who comes up suspect on the warehouse list is Sergeant Austin Whalen.
Whalen. Why do you suspect Whalen?
For 2 reasons. One, he has access to the dynamite at the warehouse. And the other, he used to be a demolitions expert.
You know, Whalen was one of the first guys I took out of Vice. But he's got no clout.
Maybe that's where you made an enemy, PJ. A man with influence could use him.
Who's the only person who knew we were bringing in Kurt Thomas?
I told Andes.
That's right. Tom Andes.
Come on, man. It was a miss. I mean, the sniper was trying to take me out.
But was he trying to take you out? Or was it just convenient for you to think that?
It's possible that Kurt Thomas was the target all along, trying to keep him from talking.
That's right.
Tom Andes has been very good to me.
It's a possibility we can't overlook.
It's also speculation, Bill. You have no proof.
If it's there to prove, maybe Linda and I could push it through Lawson.
Okay, I said up front, we'll do it your way. It's your show, okay?
Fine.
Where's Linda?
She'll be right back. She just drove home for a while.
Oh, yeah? She's got a benefit program going for herself back in the big city, right?
What's that supposed to mean?
What it means is, what's she doing? She's out hustling on the side, right?
No, PJ, that isn't what it means. What it means is none of your damn business.
Pete, Joe?
Yes, I think I'm gonna get something to eat.
I gotta hand it to you, PJ. You still know how to put your foot in your mouth. You really do.
So I got Pepper teed off at me, man. So what? This is not a reunion, Bill. We're here to work.
PJ, let me tell you something. Pepper likes Linda a lot. They're very good friends. Now, I don't know what went on between you and Linda a few years back. I couldn't care less.
You want to know what it was, man?
I couldn't care
No,
less.
I will tell you, Bill. I asked her to marry me. Me, a cop, man. Wanted to marry a paid informant, a street lady, who knew more about the streets than any cop could ever know. Because I loved her. That's simple. But she said no way. She couldn't give it up then. Not for me, not for anybody.
Is that what she said, or is that the way you think it was?
No, that is the way it was.
She never told you about her kid.
What kid?
She has a little daughter, about 6 years old now.
Who's the father?
Some creep. But he's out of their lives now.
Illegitimate.
Yeah. Illegitimate. It happens from time to time, pal. Maybe that's why Linda never told you about it. Maybe she knew you well enough to know you wouldn't understand that. That your brain is so thick.
Hi, William. PJ,
Linda?
what's going on?
Nothing. We were just, I'll see you both later.
You want to tell me what's going on?
Well, you see, I got this big foot that always ends up in my mouth, and this thick brain, and you don't want to hear about it. What's her name?
Whose?
Your daughter.
You told you?
What's her name?
Trudy.
Is she pretty?
I think so.
As beautiful as you are? What do you think? Can I meet her someday?
Sure.
Well, let's just say it was an unfortunate mistake, and it won't happen again.
And what does again mean?
Means you're still on the payroll. We have a new spot opening tonight. 1202 Ranch Road. Be there, 6:30.
6:30, Judy. We're back in business.
Huh. Great.
All right, Judy. Look, all right, it'll be taken care of. It takes time. I'll give the message. Listen, just don't call me at work anymore, huh? Lawson's hot about the raid on the casino last night. He says that's it. No more payoffs until the heat's off, permanently.
Lawson's impatient.
You should have let me hit Johnson right along with Thomas.
Well, maybe it's time you try again. And this time, be sure.
Here they come.
Hey, this Judy Lawson must be pretty well connected. Hey, come on, snap out of it.
I was a million miles away. I just know PJ's gonna love Trudy.
Well, he'd better.
I'm so happy I could explode. There's a whole new kind of understanding, you know? I mean, it's gonna be different this time, Pepper, you know?
Sure, lots of luck. Come on, get your things, let's get on the job.
I'm sure I'm glad you're my friend.
Hey, William. The live ones have arrived.
That's a Roger. Okay. It's all yours.
Mr. Andes, please.
Yeah?
Yo, Tom, could you please meet us in the roll call room? I have something I think will be of interest to you.
Sure, PJ. Right away.
Teams 1 and 2 will come through here. 3 and 4 will go here, entering from the back. 5 will come and take it from the front. Now, I'll call the move on frequency 1. At that time, we will seal the casino off. Now, we will hit it at exactly 2300. Understand? Any questions? Okay, men, move on.
Looks like you guys are putting a small army together.
Thought you might be interested with taking one of Lawson's casinos.
Good. That's very good.
Well, you hear the best part. Our little investigation is coming along very well. We've got 2 policewomen into Lawson himself.
Now, they've located the records, and this raid sort of puts the whole thing into movement. We build probable cause behind the raid, serve a search warrant, get the records. Of course, that nails down Lawson for good, but exposes every payoff he's ever made.
PJ, that's great. I knew you could do it.
We thought maybe you'd like to come along with us.
Oh, no, not me. I'll leave the police work to the experts. I'd just be in the way.
We'd sure like to have you, Mr. Andes.
No, that's all right. You guys run along. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, ladies.
Certainly.
Thank you. Lawson.
You got 2 new women working for you? They're cops.
What?
I'm telling you, they're cops. Look, there's a raid planned for 11 o'clock. And then they're going after your records.
My records? How?
Listen to me. There's only 4 people who know about those records besides us. The 2 women, the chief, and this Sergeant Crowley. Now, I'll take care of Johnson and Crowley. You deal with the women.
Jack. Bubba, get the car. We're going to the club. Larry, take him.
Here it comes.
Thought you fellas would be gone by now.
We want you to come along, Mr. Andes.
Now, look, I told you I didn't want to go. Lawson, you got 2 new women working for you? They're cops. I'm telling you, they're cops. Look, there's a raid planned for 11 o'clock. And then they're going after your records.
Rudy, Mr. Lawson, you got us all wrong.
Oh, no, I've just got you all right. Just a little bit earlier than your plan.
I don't like this a bit.
Club, Bubba.
Where are you taking me?
See your empire go flush down the drain.
Why don't you just leave me here? You've got the recording.
Get in, Andes. Get in the car. Nope. Where you going, huh? Where you going? Just relax.
I better have the keys, PJ.
Oh, yeah, right. You just relax, Andes. Where you going, Andes, huh? No!
No what?
It's a bomb! It's a bomb! It's fired to the car!
Is that a fact?
No!
Thanks.
Chief.
Yeah?
Just like you figured, we caught him red-handed. Had a trap door down here, sneak down underneath the other car, and whammo.
Hook 'em.
Right.
Right.
Roger, 13A20, go ahead.
We're tailing east on Toronto. Looks like Lawson's Club's gonna be our first stop.
Safe and sound. Gotta find another place to put these. Then we can say ciao to these pretty police ladies. You know, it's a crying shame. You're both such classy women. But you gotta get back to normal.
Hold it, police! Hold it! Don't touch it. Cuff him.
Nice. Come on. Behave yourself.
Take these. That's what you're looking for?
Ciao. To you, too.
Drop your gun! You two! Drop it. Move. Move! Now, if I even see a cop anywhere near me, I'll kill her.
PJ? Pepper!
He's bought it. It's exactly like I said it was. INNOCUOUS.
Two N's?
Yeah. OCUOUS.
Right, I got it.
I think it's the right word. It says harmless, innocent. Yeah, but I don't think it's right.
Hey. Hi, guys.
How are you?
Hey.
Hello, PJ.
How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm fine.
Here, wait a minute. Let me check. There. Oh, gotta have a hat to go with that cane.
Yep.
All right, how'd it go?
It went great. Andy was convicted on all counts.
Sensation.
Well, that ought to clean up San Roble, at least for a while.
Well, I sure hope so if I'm going to be living there.
You're gonna be living there.
Hey, it wasn't my idea. He talked me into it.
Sure he did.
Finally came to your senses, huh?
Listen, we owe you, okay? So how about dinner tonight?
You mean right now?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I don't know. What do you say?
Yeah, great. I'd love it.
One stipulation. My treat.
No, we're treating you.
Listen, when you're in Crowley's town, Crowley pays. Now, I got the greatest French restaurant.
Not Heine's again.
Yeah, what's the matter with Jaime's? It's got great ambiance.
If you like jug wine and paper napkins, it's got ambiance.
Will you pay no attention to her? They got the greatest little dish called cassoulet Alsacien.
Wow, that sounds terrific, William. What's in it?
Beans and franks.
Charlie Joe, and I'm Bert.
Yeah.
The Robin Hood of the Dust Bowl?
They are not gonna put me in a cement cage. And when I go out, I'm going out with an iron in my hand.
I think I lost him.
Come on! No, we got Bill Cheatham! Get out of here! Bone-headed dummy.
Yeah, darling.
What do you say we call it a day? I think I've had it with Love Alley.
Yeah, I saw you. What's the matter? You losing your touch?
All he wanted was, how do you get to the YMCA, baby?
Yeah, it is pretty dead out here.
Yeah, you been in touch with Crowley?
They're 4 blocks back on Salerno. I'll call them and tell them to meet us at Vinny's.
No, tell him to meet us at the bank at the corner of Orchard. I gotta get some dimes. I'm gonna need them for the payphone for tonight.
Right. 12 wide 53 to 50.
Well, what, 50? What do you got?
We're gonna stop at the bank in Orchard.
Roger, sounds like a winner.
Here, come on. You got more back there. Put it in, put it in.
Morning, ma'am.
Hello, darling. Welcome to the club.
I just stopped by to get change for a 20. I gotta make some phone calls.
Oh, yeah? What do you got to do, make 200 phone calls? Charlie's gonna make 200 phone calls. Just relax, darling. Why don't you get over there and just join those folks, huh?
My goodness, she is pretty.
She is a doll. Mm-hmm.
Hey, you better put your hands up, ma'am. I mean, he gets kind of mean. Burn her out of money up here.
All right, we'll pick this action up over here. Come on, move on.
All right, folks. Time to donate. Let's go. Wallets. Here, come on, take it down. There you go. Come on, that's it. Rings, watches, all that good stuff. Hey, how about that necklace, honey? Thank you. Thank you. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. How about you?
Charlie. Now, you know she ain't hiding anything.
Yeah. Here, drop that in. Come on, all your wallets. Let's go.
All right, nobody move. Hold it.
Hey, no! Can't do that! Without him, I'd have to work for a living.
What are you doing with this dude, anyway? Hey, Charlie.
Some ladies prefer a real man.
Let me drag this real man out of the window. Come on, real man.
Vernon, you hurt bad?
No, he just creased me. Hey, looky here, Mama. I'm on TV.
I'm okay. Look, I may be wrong, but I think that was Vern Lightfoot.
Let's go, Lucy. You okay, Joe?
I'm all right.
Huh? Has got a weapon in the car?
No, she's clean. Hold it! She got a pair of handcuffs and a pocketbook.
Worldwide 50 requesting frequency for emergency broadcast.
All units on frequency 1, stand by. This is 12Y50 requesting assistance.
We're in pursuit of armed 211 suspects.
Traveling on Meredith and Western in a purple sedan. Suspects are holding a police hostage.
Repeat, suspects holding a police hostage.
Requesting assistance for surveillance, both air and ground units.
Think they're gonna catch us?
You like this cop and robber stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm. How'd you boys ever get started in this line of work?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Modeling?
Well, now, that's the first time I've ever heard it called that.
What are you two laughing about? Haven't you seen my commercials?
For what? Waterbeds? Come here, baby.
Ouch! Ouch!
12Y50, this is Air Watch 1, ETA your vicinity, 2 minutes.
You're hurting. You're no gentleman.
I'm the closest thing to a man you've ever come across.
Yeah? When's the last time you were in the same room with a bar of soap?
Oh, very funny. Shut up!
Where the hell is that chopper?
name anyway?
Daphne.
Daphne.
Oh, it's Greek. Actually, it's Myrtle, but Daphne means the same thing, and I think it has a lot more class, don't you?
Well, it's Greek, all right.
Who are you?
Oh, that's my brother Charlie Joe, and I'm Vern.
Not Vern Lightfoot.
You got it. That's him.
The Robin Hood of the Dust Bowl. Woo! Oh, no! Wait till my friends here who picked me up.
I think you better hit the siren bell. You'd be a lot safer if they know we're right on top of them.
But what if we're not?
Better hit it.
Oh, I bet the newspapers would pay a big bundle for that one.
Oh, I'll bet they would, honey.
Oh!
Hey, you see this cap? This is the original copy of the hat that Warren Beatty wore in Bonnie and Clyde.
I love it.
Love it myself.
I think I just lost him.
Time like this, you're worried about washing your car? Are you crazy?
Style is style, baby. Who ever heard of a switch like this? That's what makes the difference between me and some clowns you read about in the newspaper. Come on, Mert.
Daphne.
All right, honey. Here's where we get out.
What? Are you kidding? It'll ruin my hairdo.
I'll ruin more than that. Let's go. Ooh. Come on, baby. Let's go.
Ow! What? Fast! Stop it! Oh!
Charlie Joe, get the door.
Who is she, I asked you?
Oh, she's just some Greek. Come along for the ride. Let's move. How much we got there?
11,200.
Woohoo!
I asked you why you brought her.
Her name's Daphne. It's Greek for Myrtle.
I had to take a hostage, darling. Now, didn't I, Charlie Joe?
Yep.
Well then, why didn't you take one of them bank tellers?
Sweetheart. You ain't gonna believe this, but them tellers was even prettier than her. Ain't that right, Charlie Joe?
That's right.
It would have made you real mad.
There wasn't one girl prettier than me. Did you see one that looked like she ever even tried out for a TV commercial? I did a commercial on television once. Charlie Joe, did you see my TV commercial?
Uh-uh.
Hey, Vern, look, there ain't nobody following us now.
So good.
So, get rid of her.
Now, what is your hurry? She ain't taking up any of your oxygen.
This vehicle ain't none too roomy. Besides, I don't think we need her anymore.
Fine. Let me off.
All right. Next stop.
Alive? Well, she's just gonna run to the nearest phone booth and call up the cops.
It just so happens in the eyes of the dumb law, I am also a criminal.
All right, criminal. You just jump.
Hey, hold it. What are you doing? Close that door. What's the matter with you?
Don't you ever do that to me
Stop
up
it.
here.
Come on. I'm gonna smack you now. Stop it.
Along.
Come on.
Get out of a damn truck.
Stop it now. You gotta be ashamed of yourself. Look at this poor little girl. Come on. Shivering to death. Shaking like a frozen puppy.
I'm wet.
What do you got there? You got all kinds of things.
My clothes.
I'm gonna smack you in the head. I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry. You made me do that. Look, you got all kinds of things. Here, put that on. Well, now, These look like they'd fit. Why don't you, slip out into these, honey? Right now.
Right now?
You just keep your eyes on the road and that ain't funny.
How was I supposed to know not to get no fingerprints on there? Hey, you guys really the cops?
You didn't notice what kind of a vehicle they took off in?
Well, now, I think it was some kind of a van.
A van?
Yeah.
What color was it?
Brown.
A brown?
No, wait a minute. Maybe yellow.
Which was it? Was it brown or was it yellow?
Well, it was wet.
Oh, come on, buddy, think, will you?
And, no, I think it was green. Green and white, that's it. Green and white.
Green and white van, huh?
Right.
Okay, police will be about to pick up this car. In the meantime, don't let anybody touch it. You get my message? I mean, don't let anybody touch it.
Oh, man, now how am I gonna know they're the police?
By their brutality.
I'm a mess.
Oh, no, you look fine to me, Daphne. Why don't you come up here and sit?
Sure.
Say, honey, how do you think they'd, do me? You know, if they made a picture about my life story, which famous movie star would do me?
James Caan? Steve McQueen?
More likely Daffy Duck.
Why don't you shut your lip?
White 50. Robbery, kidnapped suspects now driving a green over white 1973 Dodge van. Left car wash corner 8th and Victory. About 10 minutes ago in an unknown direction. Air 1, assist ground units in systematic search.
Air 1, roger.
You know, they just don't make them like that anymore. Bonnie and Clyde.
Did you know Bonnie Parker wrote poetry? The newspapers even printed her poems. In the newspaper.
Oh, big deal. Where's the potato chips now? I've seen better poetry than hers writ on the side of an outhouse.
I bet you have.
Sweetheart, how come you don't write poetry about us?
'Cause what you ever done that's worth writing a poem about?
What did I ever do? You know how much money I took in last year?
You're always talking about money. You know, money isn't everything.
What do you think, it's easy just to waltz into a bank nowadays? With cameras and a silent alarm? Well, it ain't.
You know something. Nobody even knows your name.
She did.
I'll bet she does. I'll bet you're big in her circle.
Come on! No,
All right, that's it. Hey, you ain't trying to shove me out that door.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh, stay out of this.
Now, wait.
Just hurt out here.
Well, hit her.
Leave it, bud.
Come on, Vern.
Leave us alone. Get out of here.
Come on.
All right. I am going up front where I can get some intelligent conversation.
Oh, that's great. That's the last place in the world you're gonna find that.
Vern! Now, you look. Now, I got feelings too, huh?
Charlie Joe, keep your eyes on the road. Otherwise, I'm gonna put another hole in your head. Give me some soda pop.
If I had to make up a list of the 10 people I'd least want to see hold Pep for a hostage, Vern Lightfoot would come in 1st, 3rd, and 5th.
White 50, this is Air Watch 1. Green and white van fitting suspect's description on Peachtree Highway, eastbound at Agua Dulce Wash, heading into the desert.
Okay, tail him and keep me informed.
Air 1 to 12 White 50, roger.
12
12Y50. All units. 211 suspects have a police hostage. Do not, I repeat, do not attempt to stop the vehicle.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, you sure do take good care of yourself, don't you, honey? For a two-bit hooker.
At least I pay my own bills.
Yeah, well, big deal. Plastic strokes for plastic folks, that's what I always say. Why, Mama ain't gonna get into that scene, I can tell you that. I'm life, I am. I'm freedom, man. I ain't gonna never be owned by nobody.
You got somebody, darling? Huh?
Shoot. Who you kidding, you? Nelson nobody? Bringing her along as a souvenir?
She's my hostage.
Huh. You kidding? Them cops see her, they throw her in a plastic bag and throw her in the garbage truck.
That's all you know. I have a couple of very close and intimate friends who are like this with the mayor.
Mm-hmm. I bet you do. Hey, there's some copters up there hunting us, honey.
There's choppers all over these roads.
Well, it wouldn't be if we didn't have her for a hostage.
How'd they know who to look for?
I reckon that dummy at the car wash told them. We better ditch these wheels, boy, right now.
Well, that's dumb. If there was a chopper up there, what makes you think he wouldn't see you make the switch?
Well, I reckon he would if I was dumb enough to do a dumb thing.
Well, Vernon, how do you figure on doing it, huh?
Dumbo, keep your eyes on the road. The next right, get off.
You gonna take old Daffy with you?
Daphne.
Hey, that's Greek for Myrtle, you know. Shut up now. We all need a hostage.
Oh, yeah. Well, why don't you find yourself a hostage that the police is gonna care whether she gets killed or not?
Oh, you don't think the police would care if I got all blown up? This personal friend of mine, he'd have so much heat down on you, it'd melt the fillings in your buck teeth.
Okay,
Oh, come on! Come on now! Come on!
No, hit you with
Good!
it. Get her!
Stop this thing! I'm gonna smack you! All right, now maybe she's lying. Shoot. Can't suffer the consequences. We end up in the slammer. Not going out in some iron cage.
How do you want to go?
Oh, like one of them famous shooting stars. In a blaze of glory, like Clyde or Dillinger. They're gone, but not forgotten.
Okay, the situation is this. We got two crazy bandits and a policeman somewhere in this area. There are only 3 roads leading out. All of them are covered except this one. You check Chaparral Canyon east of the main highway. We'll take the west side.
Right.
Okay, Roger.
We'll keep glued to Air 1 and let you know if anything happens.
Right.
Vernon, we got trouble up here.
Fly right through 'em, babe. I could have got him. I could have blown him sky high. Why don't you watch yourself? You make my wood bleed again.
I'm sorry.
Fix this, honey.
Oh.
Ow!
Oh, sorry. Oh. She bumped you on purpose, Vern. I saw her do it.
Did you?
No, I didn't. The van bounced and I fell off balance.
You're a liar, too.
You...
Why don't you ask me? I was driving, I ought to know.
Charlie Joe, can't you do anything right? You know, if it wasn't for me, you'd be sitting on your hind legs starving to death.
Woohoo! You see that cop go flying, honey? Oh, man, that was beautiful.
I know.
Yeah. We could have shot him dead, too, if it hadn't been for her.
That's true. I'm gonna go back and get him. Charlie Joe,
let's do it.
Turn this car around right now.
Come on.
Vernon, now you
Come on, Chuck.
No, I ain't killing somebody just for fun. We agreed to do this to get enough money together to have a farm. I ain't spending the rest of my life running around in circles like some one-eyed dog.
Don't pay him no mind.
Shh. This is family. All right. You say it's mostly true. None of us are gonna grow old enough to have gray hairs, that's for sure. But I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep hitting until we're through. And then we're going out. We're going out like firecrackers, rockets, and sparklers on the 4th of July. Ooh! Hey now, what is it? We're going out like a rocket, firecrackers, rockets on the 4th of July, rockets, firecrackers, sparklers on the 4th of July, boom, a rocket,
Charlie Joe.
crackers, Charlie Joe, sing on, come on, man, rockets, firecrackers, on the 4th of July.
Approach to the barricade, due west. Cut off a few shots.
Okay, thanks very much.
You bet. Thank you.
12Y90 to 12Y50. How you read me, Bill?
It's ours, all right, a green and white van.
Well, they'll ditch that as soon as they can.
12Y90
Pick up another car.
12Y50. Do you copy?
Maybe even kill whoever's in that one. Pep won't be able to do a thing about it. 12-50, go ahead, 90.
Hey, Bill, this is Stiles.
Yeah, Joe.
I just talked to Lightfoot's driver at the hospital. They're holed up somewhere near Monte Desto.
We're almost out of potato chips. Charlie Joe, stop at the next store.
Honey, can't you wait till we get to the place?
Well, I want something. I want it now, and I want it now.
That's just the way I am. Who asked you anyway? And that's my hat. Oh, excuse me.
When are we gonna lose these wheels? One of them helicopters is probably up there watching every move we make.
Jackass, don't you think I know that? Vern here is gonna kill 2 birds with 1 load of buckshot.
And how you gonna do that?
Charlie Joe, you talk too much. Now just find a store.
J'adore jambon et fromage en rye. I love ham and cheese on rye. A Frenchman I know taught me that.
What'd you teach him?
Hey!
You cannot go in there with blood all over you like that. You sit down at the counter, and sitting next to you are going to be 2 giant state troopers who have been sleeping with your picture under their pillow.
Now, who said that I was going in? You and Charlie Joe shag on in there. Get me a roast beef sandwich, 4 donuts, a container of chocolate milk, and a whole bunch of potato chips.
The real thing is you just want to be with her alone. Ain't that the truth?
Mert, come on over here, Don. Go on in there and get stuff. Come on. By the way, if you come across a payphone that has a cop's name written on it, can you just pretend like you don't know how to read?
All right, I understand. I'm gonna go get it myself. Come on, Charlie Joe, give me the money.
You want to flirt? Scoot on over here, baby.
I'm comfortable right where I am, thank you.
Come on, honey, I'm not very comfortable. Get cozy over here.
You sure do make a woman feel like a lady.
Doll, you're wasting valuable time.
It's my time, too, you know.
Tell me you ain't that kind of woman. Come on over here.
Now, I didn't say that. No, I like you. And I'd like to get to know you. Hey, come on, your feet are getting all over me. I really like...
Ow! Oh, baby, you got to be a little careful. Oh, you got it bleeding.
I'll fix it here. Here. Move over a little bit. I'll fix it for you, okay?
Ooh.
Now, can I ask you a personal and intimate question?
Ow!
Robin Banks, why'd you pick that?
I guess it wasn't my paw. Assuming that he was my paw, which he probably wasn't. Oh, see how different I am from Charlie Joe. He was just sleazing through life, wearing a suit and a tie and working for wages. Workhorse, dropped dead at 48 years old.
And that's the reason?
Well, yeah, and then there was this old man who once I had the honor with of sharing a cell, whose hand shook the hand of John Dillinger himself. He told me there ain't no man on this green earth who was put here to be a beast of burden. A man wasn't a man until he made his mark. Didn't matter if he was a politician, movie star, or an outlaw. He had to make his mark. And when his name was printed enough times, he became immortal. That man had made his mark. Now, that's what I plan on doing. When I come to the end of that trail, I ain't going out now like a whimpering pup.
Don't you care how long you're gonna live? I mean, most people do. It's a natural thing.
Oh, come on, for dummies, for boneheads. I mean, look at Jesse James and Dillinger and old Clyde himself. How long did they live? Enough of this, Don. Come on over here.
Hey, come on.
Sweet.
Stop.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, Don, I thought you said your face. Look at it, it's bleeding even worse now. Oh, what do you got? There must be something in here, huh? What is this? You're a cop. You are a Minnie Mouse cop. Dressed up to look like a human being, huh?
Oh!
You latched onto me, and I went for it. What were you gonna do, huh? As soon as my back was turned, go run and call your friends, huh? I really liked you, and I thought you were something special. Yeah, you had a good laugh on Vern Lightfoot.
I didn't think it was so funny. I thought it was kind of sad.
Sad? What do you mean, sad? You know what I should have done to you? What I was gonna do 100 miles back, what she wanted to do.
For telling you what I think of you.
Whatever you think about me ain't true and it ain't sad. What are you doing anyway, running around the way you are? You should be home letting a man take care of you.
A man like you, I suppose.
What's wrong with me? I like the way I am. All right, I know I was brought up wicked. And I know there's a cold, dark grave waiting for me someplace. And one day I will lay me down in it. But until that time, I'll go through this world like a bull going through a bale of cobwebs.
And you just can't wait to go out in that blaze of glory, can you?
It's none of your business. But I'll tell you one thing, they are not gonna put me in a cement cage. And when I go out, I'm going out with an iron in my hand. And who is ever around is going down with me.
What you doing there? Reading a horoscope?
Yeah, Daphne, I got you some of them jelly donuts for dessert.
I got a little announcement to make, folks. Get ready for this. I mean, are you ready for this? This fine hooker lady that we have taken along for a ride, well, she is a cop.
Vernon, what are you gonna do now?
We're gonna do now what you take a guess.
Hey, Vern. Vern, I think our new vehicle has just arrived.
Yeah, that'll do fine. Let's wrap this stuff up and get out of here. Come on.
Hey, excuse me. Hey there. Excuse me. Excuse me there. Hey, howdy. Howdy.
Want to sell this pile of junk?
Well, it ain't for sale.
Yes, it is. I'll arrest you for it. 2 out, 3 falls?
Well, you wouldn't want it. It's overheated.
Oh, that's just what I'm looking for, an overheated car. Now, give me the keys.
I just...
Give me the keys before I break your arm. I said give me the keys. Right neighborly of you. Charlie Joe got himself a car. Where's all this junk back here?
That's my merchandise. The best that money could buy. It's aluminum.
Oh, you sell pots and pans, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You know what? Yes, sir. You know I like that. Your daddy raised you real fine. Yeah. Hey, Charlie Joe, get in there and get it all out of there.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me, sir. Please. Be careful. Please. That's very.
Hey, who gave you permission to talk?
Well, I
did you?
Would you please?
Did you? Did you, Charlie Joe?
Hey, Gun. Now here's one we can use.
What?
Well, you know that old cooking pot of ours back to home. It's just black as tar.
Do you mean to tell me that you want to steal that pot from that fine gentleman salesman?
Uh-huh.
We robbed banks. We steal big. Now, if you want that pot, you buy it. Ask him how much it is. Go on.
How much you want for that pot?
$8.40.
$8.40? Well, robbery. I ought to break your neck, Charlie Joe. Give him the money.
You can keep it if you want it.
Give him the money.
It's a gift. You can.
Now, my good man, that's the way the Lightfoot brothers do business. Now, included in this deal, I'm going to throw in that fine-looking van across the street for $8.40. You know, I believe you're getting the best part of this deal.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want you to jump in that van and head off down the highway that way as fast as you can go. I mean fast, like 100 miles an hour fast.
Yes.
What happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Head off down the highway there as fast as you can go, and I don't want you to stop or look back until your hat floats.
Yeah.
Give me the money. All right, let's get the breeze. Here you go, baby.
Air 112 I-15, we've got your van moving northbound on Route 6.
Roger. The van is headed back into town along Route 6?
Well, we expected them to make the switch, didn't we? So what do you do? Still follow the van, right?
We got no choice.
My merchandise, they threw it all over the place. Then they took my wagon and they gave me the keys to this.
Sergeant Crowley, Police Department. Where are the people who were in this van?
Back there, but I don't know where.
How many were there?
Well, like I told him, there were 2 men and 2 women.
2 women?
Yeah, one of the women was in handcuffs. Yeah. I didn't know what they were all about. I said, but where were they headed? Well, into the desert, I guess.
Listen, officer, send me a copy of the 180 impound. What's the make and color of your automobile?
It was a white Mercury station wagon with wood paneling on the side.
You know your license number?
Yes, 638 MIC.
638 MIC?
That's right. It was a gift from my wife. It had all the latest improvements, automatic transmission, air conditioning, totally carpeted.
Well, if they meant to split across the border, they certainly wouldn't do it around here.
They're not going across the border.
They must be pretty close to where they're going to hide out.
Yeah, but once they reach it, they're not going to need pepper anymore.
Hey, this is as good a time as any. Let's do it.
Charlie Joe, pull on over.
For what? What are you gonna do, Vernon?
You tell me what you'd do with her, Charlie Joe.
Well, if you're asking me, I'd say we still need her alive.
We don't need her, nothing.
Nobody asked. Vernon, if you don't need her anymore, why don't you just let her go?
Why?
Because I'm asking you.
No.
Why not?
Ain't nothing in it for me.
Get out of there. Get going, baby. This is your party. Woo-wee! Them's beautiful earrings. Come on, you don't need them anymore.
Hey, lighten up. You believe in heaven? Or you don't believe in heaven? Yeah, you gonna find out.
You don't hear it? Helicopter?
I don't see nothing up there.
Nope.
It's the idea. He's at 5,000 feet. He can see you.
Vernon, I think I hear it.
You really think you can do without a hostage now?
Well, it appears there's something in it for you now. Ain't different? I can't take the chance. You just bought yourself another 5 minutes of sunshine. Come on.
It ain't over yet.
Air 1 to 12 Y50. We've got glasses on suspects. They're moving off, heading south.
Roger.
Well, let's hustle.
Hey, Vern. You know them helicopters up there? I think they're watching us.
Don't worry about it. And you, next time buy some potatoes, get the fresh ones. We'll be home clear in 10 minutes.
Yeah, with them right on top of us.
Almost got Daffy here, we got nothing to worry about.
Don't kid yourself. They wrote me off as soon as those choppers went up.
Oh, really? Then what would you do about it?
Depends whether or not you plan to be alive by sundown.
Look, if you were still alive, would they still kill us?
What are you asking her for, huh? Them pigs as soon waste you as look at you, Charlie Joe.
I want to know. She's a cop. She'd know.
What's the difference what she's got to say? Go over your head anyway.
Vernon, you got to quit talking to me like that, you hear? I mean, I don't want to die with that kind of talk in my ears. Now, you may be smarter than I am.
Yeah, you just ain't whistling Dixie. Charlie Joe, here's the turnoff.
Listen, if you want me to drive a little bit, just let me know.
It's okay.
Off the road.
Blue hole.
Oh, don't you think I know that?
That means we're gonna walk,
Of course
right?
we're gonna walk.
How about taking these off?
You walk on your hands.
Come on, let's take them off her. She ain't going anywhere in this heat. She can help us carry some of this junk.
Take one side off.
Air 1 to 12 White 50. Wagon has stopped off Madrelenas Road. Hood's up, must be having engine trouble. 12 White 50, we're heading back to refuel.
Say again the name of the road, please.
Madrelenas Road.
Okay, gotcha. Madrelenas, you got anything like
Yeah,
that
I
there?
got it right here. We're gonna have to keep our eyes peeled. It's really a little one. It's straight ahead.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie. Here. All right, let's move. Come on.
Wait a minute, Vern. There's somebody coming up that road, Vern. Look.
You know, it's probably the cops. You just take care of it for me, huh? You sweet talk them, you stall them, you do anything you gotta do. Just like we planned.
Okay.
You know where to meet me.
Vern, wait. Could I have her earrings?
Charlie!
Hi. Where are they?
Well, who are you talking about, Hanson?
You know what he's talking about. Where'd they go? Which way they go?
Look.
Huh?
I am all by myself here, and they is me. And my radiator is broke. And if you were any kind of gentleman, which obviously you are not, you would help me. You want a jelly bean?
We're police.
Well, all I can tell you is radiator in my vehicle is busted. And I don't know what you're talking about.
Get about her. Come on, move on. Would you let me alone? Leave me alone. This is me talking. I said you just let her go. Don't you understand nothing? You dummy. You bone-headed dummy. Charlie! I'm on to you! I'm on to you!
Where'd you get that earring? Huh?
My boyfriend gave them to me.
Hey, Jolly boy. Yeah. You're older than me. And you're real smart, too. And your daddy's natural born, and I ain't. Let me tell you something. There's cops coming now. And you and me, we gotta stand together. We gotta get set for the climax. What climax? The climax of the movie. Story about us, our life story. Oh. Please don't hold him off. Come on, Johnny. Here we go! It's a snake. Johnny.
Stay with her. Stay with her, please.
Right. Stay there now.
Wait! Hold it right there! Hold it!
Mister, there's a snake. A rattlesnake.
I'm gonna get you.
For all that could be has already been. In a blaze of glory, I find I'm alone once again. Forgetting the bad, I wouldn't change anything if I could. 'Cause we had our time, it was short, but Lord, it was good.
Sorry, man.
Now our time is gone.
Tell her you didn't deserve to die.
I had to kill him, 'cause don't you see, it was his blaze of glory. There was nothing in it for me.
Is she your sister, Mrs. Schmidt?
I go to bed at night, and I see her holding that umbrella, and I want to scream.
You know, it's Kathleen O'Shaughnessy. Is their first resident to make the missing persons list, and we're going to find out how and why.
I don't think there's a thing you couldn't teach me.
Perhaps.
Okay, you can start your rounds with these sedatives. I think they're killing her.
Sorry, fellas. Oh, sorry, Joe.
Hey, Pepper?
Yeah.
Where you going?
Well, I'm all wet, and there's some hot coffee in here, too.
Oh, hey. Oh, okay, my office 10 minutes before you go, okay?
Okay.
Look okay?
Wow, you look gorgeous. You got a date?
Jack the Ripper detail.
Well, you're safe, honey. Even the Ripper won't come out on a night like this.
Rain is so mysterious, especially when you're going somewhere. Do you know how long it's been since I've ridden in a car?
About a year.
Longer. Much, much longer. That isn't counting taxis, of course. Oh, dear. Her name... Janet. You're so good at names. Janet.
What?
Ronnie's wife. Before I see her, I've got to remember her name.
You never mentioned her name.
I must have. Dreadful. I'll try to remember it. And if I don't, I'll just dissemble. That's what Mother always taught us when we were girls. If a lady is confused, she just dissembles.
Well, they could at least waited until we had a dry spell, you know.
Oh, you won't melt, Joseph.
You're the one who's always complaining about being glued to your desk.
Oh, well, look what we got here. I'd say you've been out in the wet.
And I'm going back out into the wet. I am going home to a hot lemonade and brandy.
Yeah, listen, kid, why don't you take tomorrow off and sleep late?
Oh, fantastic.
Because the next day we're all going to give Homicide a little help.
It's been nice, fellas.
Oh, it's not going to be just you. We're all going to be out there with you. Any questions?
Didn't always waste time with questions. He just picked up his hammer and saw.
Silver? A silver bowl? No, it couldn't have been silver. Ronnie was married during the war and they didn't have silver then. Aluminum. That's what I got Ronnie and his lovely bride. Perfectly beautiful little nut dishes, like leaves with stems that curled up over for handles. Oh dear, I left in such a rush, I absolutely forgot Mrs. Farrell, her birthday. Oh, she'll be terribly hurt. She'll be so happy when she hears where I've gone. Home to the ones I love best. I know she will. Is this where Ronnie's going to meet me?
That's what he said.
He must have a reason. And the main thing is he's back and he wants me. Would you help me, my dear, with this umbrella? Thank you, dear. Ronnie, darling.
What's this about?
Right there.
I live here. Hey, Torsten. I can say if I paid my rent, he can't keep me out.
It's all right. She lives in Unit 5 across the way. Please, can I go? I'm going to be sick.
What's the matter? They find out what you charge?
The woman in the room across from yours has been killed. Been dead 5 days, maybe more.
You mean just laying there in the room across from you?
There'll be questions.
Yeah, Pete. What do we got?
Well, we got a female, Caucasian, elderly, 70, maybe 80. Can't tell anything more until they finish in there. Except that she was strangled with piano wire.
Who was she, Pete?
She wasn't registered. The room was taken by a man, D. Johnson, Fresno.
No identification, no purse?
No, nothing. I wouldn't go in there if I were you, Pep. It's been almost a week.
Well, I can hack it.
Want a lift for identification, fellas?
Anything, Joe?
Nothing new. They say it'd take about 4 or 5 hours before they can tell us anything more. Well, there's no sense in you two staying in here. We've covered every inch of this place.
Have the coroner let me know what time to post the body.
You got it.
She was so tiny.
Let's go talk to the owner and see what he knows. Mr. Torson, were you here the night that Mr. Johnson was registered?
Who else was here?
Huh?
You can't pay enough for what I cleared to get somebody.
Yeah, Johnson was from Fresno?
Right here.
Hey, what about that? I mean, don't you normally write in their license number?
Well, normally I do, but...
For what?
Well, I remember that night. It was rainy and it was chilly, and an old friend of mine dropped by and with a bottle. And when this Johnson came, somewhere around 3 o'clock in the morning, well, you could say I was a little mellow. Okay, I was a lot mellow.
Do you remember, was he tall, short? Can you remember that?
He was about average.
Was he black, white?
White. He was white.
What about his hair? Blonde, brunette, gray?
I don't know. He had a hat on. Like I told you before, it was raining. It was raining all week. I think he had a cold because he sounded sort of hoarse. Real hoarse.
How'd he pay for the room?
Cash in advance. That time of night it has to be. 5 nights. For what it's worth to you, he took the cheapest rate. We call that housekeeping. No maid service, nothing. Just for the room. For what it's worth to you.
Did you ever see him go into the room or anybody else?
No, ma'am. After the 5 days were up, I just took my key and I checked the room and I found her.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Joe, where's Pep?
Missing persons.
Hey, what'd you find out at the autopsy?
Blue eyes, white hair, that much for sure.
Yeah? No identifying marks? Nothing?
Only dentures. Full upper, partial lower.
Oh? Traceable?
Well, we're working on that now. Pathologist says that those type of dentures have been made since World War II, and they were expensive then.
That goes with her clothes. I'll have your pocket knife, will you? According to Pepper, her clothes were expensive, too. Once. Everything she had on was at least 10 or 15 years old, except her shoes. Pep's got a theory about that.
What's that?
She said the old lady was wearing what you call an outfit, and even though it was out of style, it was still an outfit. And she said if she had that kind of taste, there ain't no way she's going to spoil that outfit by wearing those dumb shoes.
Fingerprints, negative. We've run all the checks. It's either one of two things. She never existed, or she never had a job, or applied for a driver's license, or whatever.
You know, Bill, that could fit in with the clothes. Say she never worked, then she could afford a chauffeur.
That sounds like the perfect Fillmore motel type, doesn't it? Let's hold the body. Somebody knows who she is. Somebody who calls himself D. Johnson.
And all we have to do is find D. Johnson. It's easy.
Easy, is it?
Wish we had a name for you, little lady. But right now, you're gonna have to be Jane Doe number 26.
It must be mail time.
You learn our routine very quickly, Mrs. Edgeworth.
Well, it has come, hasn't it? My bank statement. Well, this is the first week of the month, isn't it?
Yes, sir. But you know how the mail is. Oh, Miss Richards, I could use some help with the mail. Where have you been?
Been upstairs in my room, lying down.
Janet, what am I going to do with you?
Sorry, Gladys. I just can't forget.
So you finally decided to get out of bed, did you?
That's enough, Mame. She's not feeling well.
I suppose it's asking too much of her to have this list filled that we need from the infirmary.
Listen, I'm not going to have any more of this. Do you hear me? Both of you.
Just give me the list.
That's better. Mrs. Edgeworth's bank statement. And you know what to do with it.
You know, Sarge, you ought to work missing persons. Teaches you a lot more than you want to know about people.
Well, at least I've got 6 possibilities.
Yeah, this is a slow month. Around the holidays, we get 15, 20-year-old people reported. You know, it's really kind of hard to take. Somebody will come in and they'll file a report, and we don't see them again. It's almost as if inside, he's glad that Mama or Aunt Sadie or Grandpa took a walk.
The Eskimos used to put them on ice floes when they reached a certain age. Maybe this is as close as we can get.
Yeah, but at least the ice flow was fast. Let's see who we have left. There's Mrs. Helen Schmidt, 7934 Charlottesville and San Mateo.
Let's see. Is she your sister, Mrs. Schmidt? I'm sorry. It's all right. It's fine. I wish there had been another way. Why don't you come to our office? We'll get you a cup of coffee.
I think I'd just like some air, please.
Okay.
I hope, God rest her, that wasn't Kathleen in there. But something inside says it was. I haven't seen her for nearly 20 years.
Well, why were you searching for her now?
Time, Sergeant Anderson. Time and guilt and loneliness.
And I'm a little confused. First, you file a missing persons report, but yet you haven't seen the woman for 20 years.
Well, I found Kathleen. At least I found out where she was. She'd sold her house and moved into a home. Well, I couldn't have that. But when I went to pick her up, the woman that runs the place, a Miss Conway, I think, said that Kathleen had become so upset when she knew I was coming that she'd packed all her things and moved.
Where was this home?
The Golden something. Oh, yes, the Golden Years.
I like this very much. That's a real antique, isn't it?
Yes, it's Queen Anne, I think.
Yeah, you sure got some beautiful things here. It's like a regular museum.
They're gifts to the home, Sergeant. Thank you, Miss Richards. When the ladies join our family, they're allowed to bring the things they cherish the most.
Is that right?
I'm sorry I kept you waiting, but today is the day when every lady receives a call from Dr. Wesley, and it's an inviolate rule that I make the rounds with him.
Miss Conway, about Kathleen O'Shaughnessy.
Oh, yes, what can I tell you about her?
She just packed up and moved out, is that right?
Well, Sergeant, this is not an institution. The ladies are not committed. They enter of their own volition, and they're able to leave whenever they choose. I'll give you a brochure that explains our philosophy.
Somebody's car is blocking the driveway, and I'm expecting an ambulance from Mrs. Bannister.
Yeah, well, that would be my car. I'm sorry, I'll move it.
Is there anything else we can tell you?
No, I don't think so. I think Miss Richards filled me in pretty well.
Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, and, Sergeant, well, this is a common behavior pattern, Sergeant. Mrs. O'Shaughnessy found a place for herself here, a peaceful refuge. Miss Richards, would you hand me one of our brochures, please? She was, frightened when she thought her sister might make her move. I hope she'll come back. Thank you. And of course, we'll have her room waiting for her for a reasonable amount of time.
Thank you very much, Miss Conway. Miss Richards, I'm sure this will be a big help.
Couldn't have listened to that man for another minute.
Janet, there is nothing to be frightened of.
But I am afraid. I'm very afraid. I go to bed at night, and I shiver. And I can't fall asleep. And sometimes, in the shadows, I see her in the rain, holding that umbrella, and I want to scream.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do that.
I went down to County Health and I checked the survival rate. I tell you, they ought to change the name of that place from the Golden Years to the Golden Year. Because that's just about as long as those old ladies last once they're admitted. Now, pepper, fast.
What?
Pepper, hot pepper.
Oh, hot pepper.
Red pepper. Thank you.
Are you sure your mother made that froth thing that
The
hot?
Avalo, sweetheart. And she made everything hot. Look at me. Need something. You know, this Kathleen O'Shaughnessy is their first resident to make the missing persons list. And I want us to find out how and why.
I go in, right?
Nope.
Too young?
No, you can't afford it. Oh, what's the chef's arm, will you?
I meant to go in as a nurse, not a patient.
I don't know. I met the three ladies who run that place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure you'd fit in there. One of them looks like she ought to be driving a diesel truck. The other two read pretty much the same, maybe a little more discreet.
Well, do we have a contact that can get me in?
Mm-hmm, I think so. Taste this.
Huh?
Taste this.
What?
Terrific. Andre?
Ouch.
You're not sweating. Not enough pepper.
Ah!
You really want to go in, huh?
I do. Yes, I do.
Won't you have a seat, Miss Anderson? Well, Miss Feeney was right. She said you were very pretty. You are.
Thank you.
I've been looking over your application. There seems to be one small matter. You've never worked in a retirement home before.
Should that be such a drawback, Miss Conway? I don't think there's a thing you couldn't teach me.
Perhaps. But why should I choose you above a qualified practical nurse?
Because I learn quickly, and I'm willing.
Yes, I think you are. But we might as well check some of your professional references. Let's see, Bryan's Hospital, head nurse McGinnis.
Miss Conway, don't, please.
Why?
I never worked at Bryan. I lied about that. I'm new in town. I've never even seen Bryan Hospital.
What are you trying to tell me, Miss Anderson?
I am a nurse, a good one. But I was involved in some trouble recently.
Where was that?
Cleveland. I'm from Cleveland, and there was an incident at a hospital where I worked. Theft of drugs.
And they,
Yes.
at first they thought I was involved. It all became a terrible mess. Well, my only involvement was that I knew who did it, and I had to tell finally. I told the grand jury and named names.
And you thought it best to leave?
Yes. There were people who weren't very happy about what I'd done, what I had to do. Miss Conway, I need a job badly. I need a place where I can stay out of sight for a while. Money doesn't matter. I'd work for next to nothing.
Well, I think we can do a little better than that. I think you'll add a bright new note to the golden years. Suzanne, the job is yours.
You hired her without even asking me? She should have been checked and double-checked, especially now.
Mame, dear, I have the authority to hire and fire as I choose. Miss Anderson starts in the morning.
What is this crud? We've been together a long time. What are you doing pulling rank on me?
Maybe we've been together too long.
Oh, you're getting so cute in your old age. Cute and careless.
She'll do very nicely.
I'll bet she will. File this.
As you can see, Suzanne, you'll have plenty of privacy.
Oh, this is nice. I'm sure I'll be very comfortable here.
Is that all you brought?
That's all I have.
Well, it doesn't matter. You'll be living in your uniform. And as you can see, they're very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well put it on now and start right in on your duties.
All right. I'll see you downstairs in a minute.
I think it'll work out very nicely.
I'll do my best.
Mr. Lund,
Yes.
this is Sergeant Crowley.
Oh, how do you do, Sergeant?
Mr. Lund?
Sit down, please.
May I get you a cup of coffee?
Yeah, thanks. With cream, okay?
Sure.
Now, I don't have to remind you, Sergeant, that all account information is, for all intents and purposes, confidential. Good. Do you have the court order?
Yeah, right here.
No, thank you. Oh, would you care for a cigarette?
No, thanks.
You mind if I smoke?
Yes.
I haven't had time to gather all the information you requested. This is a correspondence pertaining to her account. This is a letter requesting a transfer of funds from her savings account to her checking account. And, of course, we answered, cautioning her about her loss of interest. And this is her letter. Now, you'll note that it's on a letterhead from the home she entered. And she explains that she was incapacitated and unable to make it here to the bank.
Both of these are typewritten?
Yes.
You transferred the funds?
There you are.
Well, that's what she asked.
Mr. Lund, her account's still active, isn't it?
It is.
What's the status of that account?
Well, I'm not certain. I've asked for a spot check. Perhaps I could phone you when I get that information.
I'll wait.
Well, it may take time.
I said it, I'll wait.
Very well.
Just how much training have you had in geriatrics?
Not enough, but I'll be able to handle the patients.
They aren't patients, they're residents. Don't forget that. Those in this wing happen to be bedridden, but they're still residents. Until I see what you're capable of, I want you to do nothing without checking with me first. These little ladies can ask you for the moon. And you just smile and be courteous. And relay any of their requests to me.
Not to Miss Conway.
To me. I'm the head of the infirmary. Mrs. Berry, you're not supposed to be out here, dear.
Oh, I'm so tired of being cooped up in my room.
Dr. Wesley doesn't want you to exert yourself.
But I told him, like I told you and the others, I don't belong here. I have a family who wants me and needs me.
Now, they sent you here and you agreed to come, right?
My daughter-in-law said it was just a trial period.
You
and
just go in your room, Mrs. Berry, and we'll discuss it later, okay?
Sad.
It happens.
I notice all the residents wear the same kind of shoes. Are they orthopedic?
Orthopedic, no. Cheap, yes. Okay, now you can start your rounds with these sedatives.
Oh, it's not marked which patient gets them.
Well, they all get them. And you stand there and make sure they take them. They're crafty. They can palm one of those things as fast as a dealer can palm an ace. Now, Mrs. Farrell in 9, she gets 2, those little greenies. She's pretty good about it. But you make sure she takes them. Understand?
Oh, yeah.
Enough of Auntie Mame's friendly corner drugstore.
Wish me luck.
Well, the little lady signed them all right.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me show you something. Now look at that. Look.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Man, there's so much alike they could be a rubber stamp. And I tell you, nobody signs his name the same way that many times.
For sure.
No, this didn't mean that Jane Doe number 26 is Mrs. O'Shaughnessy. But it just might have made Mrs. O'Shaughnessy Jane Doe number 26. What's our arrangement with Pepper?
Yeah, we kept it loose. She said she'd contact us when she had to.
So we wait, huh?
Promised me it was only for a while. You promised me. Go home. Can't stay here. Gotta go home. Don't belong here.
Hello, Mrs. Farrell.
Love. Will you turn it off, that thing?
Is this better?
Okay. Just because I can't see to read anymore, do I have to have that box natter at me?
Of course not.
It was hers. Kathleen's. Never thought I'd miss her, but if she wasn't chipping like a bird, that thing was going.
How long was she your roommate?
Ever since I got here.
But you do miss her.
I'd miss Lizzie Borden.
Mrs. Farrell, wouldn't it be easier if you wore your plates when you ate?
Don't have any. Rather live on pace than wear those things.
Of course you do. They're right here. Oh, I see. They're broken.
Not mine. Hers. Kathleen's. The set they made up for her here. Didn't last any time. Broke. Had to go back to her old set.
These are Kathleen O'Shaughnessy's?
Mm-hmm. Put him back. She left him, and I'm going to keep him.
Well, you just let me get a nice, pretty box for them. How's that?
Long as I get him back.
Mrs. Farrell, it must have been hard to say goodbye to Kathleen.
Never did. That Doan woman gave us our sleeping pills and me my other pills, and when I woke up, Kathleen was gone. Lock, stock, and barrel. Except for them. Would have been nice, courteous at least to say goodbye. I don't want this. Take it away.
Oh, sure, let me have it.
Nurse, don't mind me hollering at you like an old crone. breaks the monotony. It gives me something to do, all right?
I know. I'll just leave your food here in case you change your mind, but you've got to take your pills.
I won't forget. Oh, I don't mind these. They relax me, help me to sleep. But these green ones, they just turn my stomach inside out. They give me nightmares. There's nothing of life out of me before my time. But I guess these people know what they're doing. My son pays a fortune for this place, so...
I tell you what, Mrs. Farrell, why don't you skip taking them for tonight? Just for a night or two.
That darn woman will have a fit.
Well, it'll just be our little secret. See how you feel a couple nights without taking them, all right?
Nurse? Suzanne, is it?
Yes.
I like you, Suzanne.
I like you.
Suzanne?
Yes? I was just going down to the corner market. I needed some...
Mrs. Barry is missing. She's gone. Ruth, is there any sign of it yet?
No, Miss Conway.
Well, you better check the rear again.
Gladys, I just talked to Mrs. Hasseltine. The old witch said she was going to walk home. My car's outside.
I'll go with you.
I'm coming too.
It's all
Not
right.
that plane. Not
It's
that
all
plane.
right.
No.
It's gonna be all right. I promise. I promise.
No mistake. The lab says they were made for one and the same person. Nice work, Pat.
Kathleen O'Shaughnessy.
Well, that takes care of Jane Doe. We know why she was wasted. Now we gotta find out who wasted her.
Probably the same one who signed her signature to the checks. Steve Johnson, John Smith, or whatever he calls himself.
Pat, who are the guys involved at the Golden Years?
Well, the janitor, the doctor, the two regulars from the funeral home, everybody and nobody. What do you think about these? You think they're of any use? You don't make a move around there without signing forms, getting forms signed or inventing new ones. 3 carbons instead of 2 gets you a whole stack of signatures.
Yeah, Pete, get those over to handwriting analysis.
And fast.
Sure.
Listen, because there's a woman I'm really worried about, Mrs. Farrell. I think they're killing her. Like when I saw on the street, this was a Mrs. Barry, tormented, just killing her spirit. Boy, I really want to get those people. I really want to get them. Miss Richards.
What?
Oh,
It's you, Susan.
it is Janet Richards.
What?
Did you sign this?
It's a requisition. Yes, I signed it.
Miss Richards, Sergeant Crowley, Police Department. You're under arrest for the murder of Kathleen O'Shaughnessy.
Miss Conway?
Suzanne?
Yes, it's me.
Dear, I can't talk to you.
Sorry, Miss Conway.
Miss Conway, Miss Dorn, I have warrants for your arrest for murder.
Smart, Gladys. So smart. Shut up. You hired her, I didn't. I told you shut up. That's maybe the last mistake you'll ever make.
James, shut up.
All right, sweetheart. Arrest me, and then let's just see what happens.
Have a seat, Miss Conway.
I'm overwhelmed by your courtesy, Sergeant. Isn't customary to put a prisoner in a cell?
Well, it's general rule. I just thought we could talk better here. How would you like a cup of coffee?
I hope that chair's for my lawyer. I know something about rights, Sergeant. And at this moment, you're endangering the lives of 30 elderly women.
As a matter of fact, we took care of that. They'll survive. Could you make them that same guarantee, Miss Conway?
Charming. Do I have a choice, Sergeant?
Choice?
Between this and a cell? I'd much prefer the cell.
Well, I sure as hell can arrange that. Booker.
Janet? That's what happens when old friends move into a new neighborhood. Nice. Reminds me of Nurse Corps. One thing I learned in the Corps was when captured by the enemy, all you have to give is name, rank, serial number.
Well, at least that's a start.
Or finish. Unless you'd like to make some small talk, Jasbo.
Well, Miss Dorn, you've heard the charges against you. I'm prepared to listen to anything you have to say at this point.
Oh, yeah? Come here. Come here.
Game called on account of mud.
You got some soap? I want to wash out my ears.
They look all right to me.
You didn't hear what I heard.
Well, what's happening?
It's deep.
Here, it's been a long night. Coffee's how you like it. Strong.
You found out so many things, didn't you?
It's my job. Want to talk?
I just want to be left alone.
All right. But try the coffee. It's good.
You were at the home?
Mm-hmm. A while ago.
The ladies. Who's taking care of them?
The night shift nurses are still there. And we've assigned someone from County General to help Dr. Wesley in the morning.
No.
Why not?
Not Dr. Wesley. He doesn't care about them.
Was it Dr. Wesley's idea to sedate the women so they couldn't care and wouldn't complain? Janet, someone registered at the Fillmore Court, a man named Johnson. I think you might know. Was that Dr. Wesley?
Why won't you let me see Gladys?
Gladys can't help you now. Were you at the motel, Janet? You're right. I did find out about a lot of things. I found out about a home that lets women starve to death when they become too much bother for the monthly fee they bring in. Starve slowly, day by day, until they just aren't a bother anymore. But I also found out about a supervisor who spends nights holding shells that aren't even human anymore, shells that can't even know she's there, holding their hands just so they won't slip out of this life alone. It's hard to believe that supervisor is the only one we have proof against. Just because she did what she was told. Signed checks that brought an old woman closer and closer to the end of her life. Is that what happened to the others, Janet? Mary Hearn, Maggie... Stop it! Most of them don't have any families, no relatives. Who was to miss them? Except, Janet, one woman did have someone. Kathleen, a sister. But Kathleen had to die before that sister began asking questions. She had to die in her best outfit, her white gloves,
sweet little hat. She thought you were her friend, Janet. How did she look when the wire tightened around her neck? Did she reach out to you? Did she pray for you to help her?
God! Oh, my God!
Janet, there were 3 of you. Now, which one dressed as a man and rented that motel room? Which one tightened that wire around her neck? Mame? You? Gladys?
No. It wasn't Gladys. I did it.
Janet.
I signed the checks. I killed Kathleen.
Don't protect her.
I killed her.
Look at me and don't lie to me. Janet, she must be very special to you. How long has it been? 10, 12 years? You have nothing to hide from me. I knew it the minute I saw you 2 together. And I don't condemn you. Not at all. I've known what a love like yours can do to a person. I've lived with it. I don't think I've ever told anybody else this. In college, I had a roommate who meant a great deal to me. But I meant even more to her. I watched what a love like yours can do to a person. I watched her suffering. And I couldn't help her. I guess what I'm trying to tell you is don't protect Gladys. Don't destroy yourself, okay? Yeah. It was Gladys who registered at the motel. It was Gladys who killed Kathleen.
Don't hurt her. Don't hurt her. Just don't hurt her, please. She's all I've ever had.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's enough.
Then I'm going home.
Heather. Let me take you home.
Good night.
Don't you think you better take it easy on the tequila? I mean, you're really getting loaded.
You want me to blow my cover? I'm supposed to be a lush.
Hi.
They're not here.
Well, I think you got me in Brazil, so why don't you disrobe?
Pep looks like he's got us.
What do you mean, us?
That broad's a cop.
Oh, good morning. Can I help you?
If you want my advice, you'll save yourself a few dollars and pick this one. It's got the same movement, the same number of jewels. You'll be getting the same kind of quality without having to pay for all the extras.
Try to stay right where you are. Everybody freeze. That's real fine, people. Now I want everybody to move right over here. Come on, I said move! Come on, lady, move.
Take your hands off me.
Don't you touch her.
I hope you'll die. Hope you'll die. Shut up.
Okay.
Are you all right, darling?
Please, never mind that now.
Please, will somebody please call the police?
You didn't get any kosher dill pickle.
Yes, I did. I ordered it. Nobody ever listens anymore.
She's got a great set of fingers, hasn't she?
You're relieved. How come? Lieutenant Marsh was to see you and Sergeant Anderson right away.
Lieutenant Marsh, is it? Yeah, well, you just say the word and we'll come rushing right down here, literally. Even if it's in the middle of the night, we'll hop right in the car and we'll get down here in 60 seconds flat.
Well, I don't think that'll be
I mean it, Lieutenant. Mr. Victor and I, we've always had great respect for law and order, even when it concerned other people.
Fine. 40 years and no one even took a piece of worthless junk costume jewelry. Now they've taken everything.
Hey, Paul. Okay, why don't you two go home and try to relax? We'll be in touch.
Lieutenant, remember what I just told you. They had a woman with them, I'm sure of it. Maybe it's part of their modus operandi.
Yeah, well, we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Samuel B. Victor, home in Beverly Hills, Rolls Royce, and suddenly they think they're paupers. I don't know why everybody expects sympathy. Nobody gets it from their doctors anymore. At $50 a throw. What they expect from me.
Well, they know you got a heart of gold, Paul. What about insurance?
Stuff that was taken was on memo from a dealer in New York.
What about consignment insurance?
Had insurance for $100,000, but the take was well over $500,000.
Oh, then they really are paupers.
Pepper, I hear you know something about jewels.
Uh-huh.
Can you loop a stone?
Yeah.
Well, forget about that lousy stakeout. I'm borrowing you both for robbery homicide.
What do you got, Paul? Anything?
I think we do. We'll know in a few hours.
Okay, hold on just a minute. Let me guess.
Open up in the name of the law.
I knew it.
I woke you up.
Oh, no, I was up baking brownies at 2 o'clock in the morning, just as usual.
Well, don't just stand there hating me. Go get some clothes on.
I see you brought the Mr. and Mrs. bag. You want to give me some kind of hint as to what kind of climate I ought to pack for?
Think tacos.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Marsh is sending us all the way to sunny Mexico.
That's great, but why does he always have to send us someplace in the middle of the night?
I don't know, honey. I'm only a sergeant. Go get dressed.
For a taco, I'll do it. You want to be a little more specific? Where in sunny Mexico?
Did you ever hear of Masiaca?
I think the last time I had it, the fever went down in about 3 days.
Masiaca's in the southeast corner of Sonora. I hear it's not too heavy on tourists, but Marsh says it's a wonderful place for a honeymoon.
Well, don't just sit there like a blushing bridegroom. Come on up and help me pack. Who are we this time?
Oh, the Ordways. Mr. and Mrs. Ralph G. Ordway.
Sounds wholesome enough.
Yeah, well, they're a couple of pretty good jewel fencers. Took a little business trip to Paris and ran into Interpol.
I guess we don't have to worry about them for a while.
Yeah, oh, and she's a bit of a boozer. You think you can handle that?
How much of a boozer, a lush?
Yeah, you can handle it.
What's the rest of it?
Well, yesterday, about 6 hours after the robbery, they had a plane crash in Mexico. 3 people died. A little charter from Santa Monica.
I'll bet it crashed near that town, didn't it?
That's right, Masiaca. Anyway, as I said, 3 people died. The pilot, who seemed to be legit. There was a jewel fence who was a Mexican national. And then there was a guy named Clayton Burris, local address.
Boris?
Burris. Anyway, some local friendlies were poking through the wreckage. They came across a portable typewriter. Only there was no typewriter. It was full of diamonds. Hey, you ought to wear this in Mexico.
What about Burris? Did he have a record?
Yeah. 3 counts of armed robbery, 7 years hard time at the Soledad.
Which means the gang is now down to 4. 4 men, or maybe 3 men and 1 woman?
Well, all the jewels have been pulled out of the setting. But if the weights and numbers match, then they're ours. This whole thing's been cleared through Mexico City. That's what caused the delay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we had some company down there.
If we ever get there.
What are you doing in my perfume?
I'm sniffing it. It's my latest trip. Pep, come on already, will you? You can finish the beauty treatment on the plane.
You sound like Ralph G. Ordway, an old married clod. Come on, be a good husband and do me.
Certainly quaint.
Yeah, looks like it was designed for glider traffic.
Where my stomach feels, I swear that pilot moonlights as a cab driver in Tijuana.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Ordway. You look good in green.
Smile, honey. We're on candid camera. Welcome to Mexico. Well, I gotta admit it, Pep. In some ways, you're actually more photogenic than I am.
I disagree. I think she's better to look at when you see her in person.
Gracias, senor.
Merci beaucoup, mademoiselle.
They all check. Every single one of them fits the victor's list.
Well, I guess the victors aren't paupers anymore.
Here are the rest. We managed, without too much subtlety to photograph everyone who came in from the outside.
You can say that again.
Under the pressures of time and with very limited resources, we do the best we can, Sergeant Anderson.
Well, I don't see anybody I've ever seen here before. Hey, look at those. Yeah. Hey, what about the guy who called you?
No, not one of those. This man was a native. He claimed to represent clients who preferred to remain anonymous. Most of what he said was indirect. But if you know the game and play along, pretty soon the message becomes quite clear.
I bet if you tried real hard, you could give the impression of great corruptibility.
Sergeant Anderson, believe me, I might even deceive you.
So how did you leave it?
I told him if he seriously wished to discuss the terms, to call me back. And when he does, I'll propose him a deal. Then we move in and make the rest.
You want to know what scares me? We might end up with only a middleman.
Yeah, I consider that.
And there's a chance of losing these, which would be very embarrassing all the way around.
Look, Lieutenant, with your permission, let's try something else. Let's see if we can't smoke out the realies and still stay flexible enough to get whoever might be on the other side of the border.
And what do we do next? Walk on water?
Look, it's not that hard. When the guy calls you back, you just cut him off clean. He's got to figure, A, it's too hot for you, or B, you're negotiating with somebody with a little more horsepower. Either way, the people we're after aren't going to like it. And my guess is they'll come slithering right out from under a rock.
Here it comes. Boy, I'd like to write him a ticket for jaywalking.
Not that guy's problem, man. He's got no respect for the law. Feel like taking a little ride?
I'd love to.
Funny time for a couple of gonets like that to be out buying furniture. Hey, partner. Think you can handle two at a time?
I don't think he understands much English.
Well, shoes seem to have kind of a universal language.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I never thought about it like that.
Well, I happen to have the advantage of being in the business myself. I import practically more shoes than anybody in the entire state of California.
Is that a fact?
That's right. Del Franklin's the name.
Well, Ralph Wardway, how you do?
Ah, you make a great margarita. Thank you.
Honey, look what I found. Del Franklin, say hello to my wife, Trudy.
Buenos dias, senora.
Del's in footwear, honey, sandals and shoes. He's down here on business, too, right?
Well, there's no business like shoe business. Well, Dale, how's Roy?
Del.
Told you she had a sense of humor, didn't I?
Sure did.
Well, all I can say is I hope what you're doing is more exciting than what we're doing.
Well, I'd like to be in Puerto Vallarta myself, but I can't make a dime there.
Sometimes I wonder, is money really worth it?
Yes.
Listen, don't you believe her, Del? She loves buying and selling more than I do.
I'd offer you a drink, but my sweet husband here thinks that liquor is brewed in the dark, deep caverns by the devil himself.
Honey, that's not true. I just said that a little wine, a little beer, every once in a while is all right. But these double margaritas, that's something else.
They go down like soda pop. Pop.
Pop.
Listen, Ralph. Anybody who smokes those things has no right to pass judgment, you know? Waiter, we're thirsty over here.
You really latched onto me like a magnet out there. I bet you $1,000 this is our boy.
As I recall, the last time you were positive about our boy, I was lying on top of a cold storage compartment in a liquor store on 5th Street, and you wouldn't let me go to the bathroom.
You're not kidding, are you? I mean, you're really getting loaded on it. Dad, don't you think you better take it easy on the tequila?
I can handle it. You want me to blow my cover? I'm supposed to be a lush.
Yeah, well, you sure got me fooled.
Ralph, I can't just sit here not drinking anything, staring right at me.
We didn't order any more drinks. Who ordered the drinks? Yeah, don't you order these, Del?
Yeah, they're on me, Ralph. Guess you don't like this style of music, but there wasn't any Lawrence Welk in the jukebox. You gotta take what you can get down here.
Thank you.
I said, whereabouts in California are your stores located?
What did you say?
I said, whereabouts in California are your stores located?
No. I don't have any stores. I'm a wholesaler. I thought I told you that, Ralph.
You've got to forgive him, Dale.
Adele.
See, half the time he doesn't listen. And don't ask me where his mind is, because I haven't been able to figure that out.
Hey, well, why don't you get up and show us how it's done, Trudy?
Ralph and I took a course in those silly dances, rumba, foxtrot, and tango. $370, and I think we only took 3 lessons. Good, you know that?
Didn't have 3 lessons for nothing.
Thought for a while you were never going to ask me to dance.
I'd do anything to keep you from making a complete fool of yourself.
Me? You're jealous.
Jealous of what, of that? Huh.
Did I fall, or did you drop me? Hi.
Hi. You okay?
Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I need a little air. Are you okay,
Yeah,
Ralph?
okay.
Oh.
I'll give you a little help.
No, you stay right here. So I'm tell Dale all about our Mexican furniture, only don't you give away any of our trade secrets. And, order me another, pop.
204, please. Thank you.
What were you doing here?
Now that the first date's over, I'd like you to meet my wife. Ralph, Trudy, this is Jenna.
Hi. Don't hide me, you sneak. You want to try it again? Only this time I'll hide in the closet.
Come on, honey, take it easy.
Why should I? She breaks into our room, goes through my things, zonks me cold.
Ladies, may I make a suggestion? Why don't we all calm down, stop wasting our time and our energy, and admit what we're here for? Now, as far as I'm concerned, this says it all. A loop, a leverage gauge, and a diamond scale, yes?
See, I told you she was going through our things.
Come on, Trudy, come on, please. Take it easy. We happen to be very nice people.
Oh, yeah, you're lovely.
To prove it to you, I'm willing to give you $3,000 for your time and your trouble and bid you bon voyage.
Even with the lump on my head, that's very funny.
What she means is we've gotten to where we like it here. You want to take a look at this? It's a little sample of the merchandise. Some of the furniture we came down here to buy.
One of 26 different pieces.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. And we've already made the deal, folks. So if anybody's moving on, it'll have to be you two.
Just 1 minute.
Oh, you feeling any better?
Some dumb chick I turned out to be.
Oh, you caught her, didn't you?
Seems to me it was the other way around.
Listen, if you're willing to be reasonable, maybe we can still do some business, huh?
Watching two roosters bleed to death doesn't exactly turn us on, you know what I mean?
Just stick around until we get things settled, okay?
What's to settle? We got an outlet waiting for us in Mexico City that'll pay us 60 cents on the dollar.
That's just the point. I can handle it for you right here.
60 cents on the dollar. You know what you're talking about? You're talking about $308,000.
I know. Give me 2 days.
Come on, get up and fight, you quitter.
Your wife's cute.
Thank you.
I know she's a very basic woman, Trudy. That's one of the reasons I love her.
Listen, if you want to make the deal at that price, you must have found a pretty good exchange for yourself.
Indeed, I do. 70 on the dollar.
70?
Which leaves 10% for the Franklin and saves the Ordways a hell of a lot of running around. Now, doesn't that make sense to everybody?
All right. You come up with the money at 24 hours maximum and we swing.
Fair enough. Provided I get to see the rest of what I'm buying.
Okay. There's a furniture factory over on the Calle de Flores. We'll meet one of you there tomorrow at noon.
Why just one?
Because you swing a pretty mean flower pot, lady, and we'd like to keep the odds even.
You know what I'd like to see someday? The owners put in the ring and tear each other apart.
Well, we aren't the only early birds up and about.
You get the feeling the Ordways have checked out of the hotel?
Never had the stones to start with.
Yep. And I bet they knew we were going to rip them off.
Think about it, Cliff. They know where we are right now.
Gee, Pep, I hate to say I told you so.
This road would get to anybody.
Oh? I think it's the road, huh? I thought maybe it might have had something to do with all that soda pop you were popping.
I just regret I have but one stomach to give to my department.
Can I write that down?
You can write this down. The next time I drink tequila, it won't be with a flower pot chaser.
They're not going to Mexico City.
Not by car, anyway.
Well, we just passed our friendly federal.
As soon as they get to the airport, they're ours.
Do you hear something?
Yes, I certainly do.
Buenos días, señor.
So, why didn't you stop the guy ahead of me?
Yo no hablo inglés.
I said, why didn't you stop the guy ahead of me? He's going as fast as I was.
Lo siento mucho, pero no hablo inglés.
Where's it going?
What? Flight 472?
I don't know the number. The plane that just took off.
That is Flight 472.
Where is it going?
Well, you can see it right here for yourself.
Oh.
Flight 472 lands in Tijuana for direct connections north, huh?
Right. Thanks.
Hello.
Watch them.
They got stuff? They got stuff?
Oh, shut up, will you? Yeah, Cliff, how's it going? Look, you're gonna have to speak up. We got a lousy connection. Did you get the stuff?
Now, all I want you to do is to meet that plane, okay? Now, you know the time and the place. Just be there, all right? Okay, it's all settled. They'll pick them up after they land.
Senor Franklin! Senor Franklin, you're under arrest.
I don't understand. What for?
I have a deposition signed by 2 American police officers.
One of them, incidentally, a very beautiful blonde.
They're cops?
Stating that you tried to purchase stolen jewelry?
Look, officer, you know as well as I do that no deposition is going to hold up in any court.
Let's just say that it will detain you long enough. And if it doesn't, I always have this.
Traffic citations.
Calneva Airlines Flight 109, Los Angeles to Reno, is now boarding at gate 18.
Right there.
What? This gonna be interesting.
Do you have anything to declare?
Just this.
That's all? Just the one bottle?
Well, only one of its drinks.
That's it.
What?
Stones are in the bottle.
Won't you take it from?
Oh, dummy, watch.
Is there any duty on the tequila?
Well, you're in luck, sir. You've just made the legal limit, 1 quart.
Well, what do you know? For once we did something right.
Thank you very much.
About to do the funny clothes.
What funny clothes?
Yeah, they just got on the elevator. They're coming down to the lobby now.
Roger, we're ready.
All passengers hold their tickets for Calneva Flight 109, Los Angeles to Reno. Please report to gate 18.
We're not getting off at the main floor, Mr. Ridley.
Pete? Yeah.
They didn't get off. They kept on going down.
Over there and sit at that table. You two.
You folks just make yourself close. It's gonna take a couple seconds here.
I forgot it was Sunday.
What?
The game's on.
What's that old boy next door? You know, he listens to all them games. Football, baseball, hockey. Don't make no difference. He can care less what it is.
Wonder what the
Some
score
kind of
is.
people. What?
Wonder what the score is.
What a waste of good tequila.
They're not here.
makes me mad is we just had all that stuff pressed.
Come on, stand up. Get over here.
Come on, now.
You empty out that purse and let's see what you got in your pockets.
You're wasting your time.
All right. Where?
You don't think we're stupid enough to carry it on us, do you?
Well, you had it when you left Mexico.
When we left Mexico, it was in the mail already in a plain cardboard box.
That's right. So that little cap pistol ain't worth a dime. No, if you want what we got, you're gonna have to deal for it. I think somebody just hit a home run.
It's me, Emery. We got some problems. You better get over here right away.
Those dummies who work in baggage think it was a little strange, two men coming out of an elevator holding guns.
Why should they? They were wearing security uniforms.
That's another thing. Where'd they get the uniforms?
Well, we don't know, Lieutenant. But I imagine by the time our people finish looking around out there, they'll find a couple of guys in some closet with their BVDs.
So two men come out of an elevator pointing a gun at a man and a woman, and nobody can muster up enough curiosity to say, hey, what's it all about? It's a hell of a day's work, that's all I can say.
Surrendering 3 hits in a run in the 8th inning. And Mike will be pitching to Mike Phillips, Dave Rader, and we'll see about a hitter for Randy Moffett. Phillips had struck out twice against Messersmith, but he led off the 7th with a home run against Andy. Left-hand hitting shortstop. He's playing for Chris Fire, who has a sprained ankle.
About time.
They're police.
Them?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, we saw those two.
At the headquarters. They got off the elevator. I remember it. Her face in particular.
Where you going, Emery?
They're cops. They got the stones. They've seen us. Where the hell do you think I'm going?
Look, sit down there. He's like Cam sitting on the fence. I'll blow your backside the hill. Sit down. What happened to Emery? Thought he was supposed to be your number one big shot operator. Hey, Emery! You better hightail him. They're right behind you. Get going.
Maybe you ought to get away too while you still got the chance.
Why's that, darling? We surrounded? I'm gonna stick around here. I'm too low. I want to help out my buddies.
It was never supposed to happen like this.
Ain't that the truth? Don't you sweat. I'll get you out of this mess, one way or another.
You know what he means, don't you? You know what he means.
If there were only some way you could understand, it was never supposed to happen like this. After 40 years working 10 hours a day, I didn't make this economic mess. I give honest value, pay my taxes, even say prayers to God. After 40 years, we're failing.
Mr. Victor, what he means is you pay him enough money, he'll kill us.
It's That music gets that boy next door. He listens to all them sporting events.
And it'll be just the same as if you pull the trigger yourselves.
Isn't there some kind of a deal we can make, officer? Some way you can guarantee we won't go to jail?
We can try.
Yeah, sure. See, it's a big deal for you. She did you about 7, 8 years in the joint. After today, all them conspiracy charges you've been facing turn your head right around.
All I was trying to do was save my business.
You kidnapped a police officer, held him at gunpoint.
Yes, but if you had no prior knowledge, you're not even involved.
But I did have knowledge.
But think, Mr. Victor, compared with murder, those are minor charges.
It don't make no difference, darling. You know as well as I do. You go to the joint, and the missus go with you.
We couldn't take it. We would die. We're too old. We couldn't survive.
I'm gonna fix it now so you don't have to worry another day for the rest of your life.
For how much money?
Oh, no, Sam, please.
Now, this is insurance money. That's it. That's all.
How could you consider anything like this? How could you?
I'm willing to pay them. But they won't take it. They'd lock us up. In different places where we couldn't possibly survive. We would never see each other again. And Sherry and David and the kids.
If you love me, Sam, don't do this.
Listen to her, Sam. What she says makes sense.
They need us, Hannah. How can they get along without us? And we still need each other.
Mr. Victor?
Well, folks, ball game's over. You might as well sit down. Sit down.
You're never going to see a cent of that money.
Why's that, honey?
Those jewels were on memo, consigned by a dealer from New York. His insurance company has the right to subrogate against the Victors and take everything they own.
Yeah, well, you're wrong again, see? Because they only made a settlement. They give him half, see, $50,000. Just so them poor folks we can go with business, see? Now, what I want's them stones.
You know, you use that thing. You kill 2 cops. You're gonna have cops swarming over you like ants over sugar.
Have you thought about that?
Have you thought about that? Says that real pretty. Yes, I thought about that. And the conclusion I come to is I didn't kill 2 cops, see? I killed me 2 finks by the name of Ordway. A couple second-rate Jew fences.
You're getting kind of fuzzy-headed there, aren't you, friend?
Fuzzy-headed? All I know is, friend, that I want them stones.
We don't have them.
We don't have. Says that really pretty that we don't have. Well, you know something? In my fuzzy way of thinking, I think you do have. Tell you the truth, I don't think you let them out of your sight. You couldn't afford to lose them. I don't know what they're paying you. Now, could you? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. And the jackpot question is, see, which one of you 2 has them, and where you keep them. Stand up.
Why?
Not you, Romeo. You stand up. I'm gonna have a little talk with you, just you and me. Come on.
What about?
I'm gonna talk to you about where you got them stone stashed. You know, I think you got them in Brazil. So I think you got them.
You're insane.
It's very loosely thrown around words. You know that? Insane. But I've heard that many times in my life. My dear mom used to tell that to me. And a whole multitude of school teachers used to tell that to me. And some acquaintances I met in the joint used to tell it to me. But right now, in this moment of my life, see, I'm holding this piece on you, and you're looking into it, so it don't make no difference who's insane, who's sane, you know what I mean? So why don't you, disrobe?
I don't have to do this.
Yes, you do. That's how I'm telling you now. Take it out. You got him in there, and I want him to. Come on.
Pep, looks like he's got us.
What do you mean, us?
Well, I mean, when you're faced with a situation like this, best thing to do is just relax and enjoy it. That's it.
Crowley, I think you've blown your cotton picking line.
You know what I think is I think he's stalling, see? Don't do that to me. Just unbutton now. Come on, take it off. Easy, Romeo. I'll blow your head off. Come on. Where you going?
I'm going back here.
No, you coming out here.
I'm not going to take it off.
Get out
Back
here.
there.
Or I'm going to take it off for you. Now, come on.
I'll be back here.
Yeah, I can't see you. Come on out here.
This is good enough.
Pep, do it.
Come on.
Pep, do it now.
Operator, police emergency. One.
Here's a copy of the Victor statement in case either of you are interested.
Not right now.
Yeah, the whole thing seems so stupid.
You better be careful. You're starting to feel sorry for him.
The trouble with you people from criminal conspiracy is all of you are born without souls.
You got a heart of gold, Paul.
Speaking of souls, William, I have just one question for you.
What's that?
Just how far were you willing to let me undress for our cookie friend?
Well, let's face it, kid, our lives were at stake. I guess I was willing to make the ultimate sacrifice.
I hope real soon we run into a lady jewel thief. A nice, tough, aggressive, liberated female.
It wouldn't work.
Why not?
She'd never believe I was wearing a bra. Would she?